Force is going to be handling all four. And we're off. And we got a blue cane at the Link's house, and I think that was the ice rod in Sanctuary. So a couple of unique items right off the bat. And our map check, that was a regular crystal at Eastern, a pendant at Desert, and a 5/6 crystal at Hera, if I am correct. And so we got 3 runners. Going to do the Uncle route, just some arrows from the tree pull. And Casimone going to go up to take the north route. And we got shield, and I think that was a big 20 on the Uncle. And Cassidy farming up some money. The crab is spitting out red 20s. And ooh, on the Lumberjack Cave, we got a Quake medallion. So that could be required. Alright, now looks like all of our runners are now headed over to Kakariko. And, oh, there's our Moon Pearl, so that's not going to troll us today. Gamachu also going to go take a look at Lumberjack as well as Namefaker. I believe Seto skipped the Lumberjack check. It's common to skip it and come back when you have boots, since you need boots to get it anyway. Casimon saving and quitting from the Lost Woods. Gonna go buy some bombs. So, gonna delay Kakariko for a little bit. And looks like all our runners now getting their Moon Pearl. Seto gonna be the first one into Blind's hut. Meanwhile, Casimone is heading towards the eastern area. So, Blind's hut, we got 300 bucks. And there's our other rod, the fire rod, and red boomerang. And I believe that said the green pendant was Turtle Rock. Not much in the back of Sestrela's hut. Gamachu finding a heart piece at the tavern. Cedo with no bombs remaining. Having to skip a couple checks for now until they can go buy some bombs here. And Cassidy still delaying Kakariko, gonna check out the dam. Just some arrows there, and we got a cane of Samaria in the chicken hut. So we found a number of important items so far, but none of them are immediate progression. So we're still looking for some other things. And the sunken treasure at the dam, just a heart piece. And Seto now heading into the well. Meanwhile, Casimone checking out Mini Moldorm Cave. And those Moldorms not playing nice. Finally gets him down. And we got a glove. And there's our first bottle. And, oh, chat pointing out, yeah, we had a cape in the well. I missed that. And Cassidy gonna continue along the south shore, heading over to Ice Rod Cave, and possibly might set up for a fake flipper afterwards. Seto now making their way down to the south shore. So that glove, the first item that really opens new locations, that'll open up Zora in Logic, as well as the back of Escape. Name Faker just gonna YOLO the race game. And Cassidy Mon gonna check out the back of Escape now. And there's 300 bucks at the race game, so lots of money to start this seed off. Just a whole pile of bombs in the back of Escape. So, places we're looking for progression now. No one's been into Hyrule Castle yet, except for that back portion. No one's been into Eastern. We still have Zora, possibly. And, of course, there's always a Gina's Cave. Cassidy finally making their way to Kakariko. And yeah, chat makes a good point. Cassidy will be able to check Sick Kid with that bottle. If Sick Kid holds something important, say the hammer, that'd be pretty big for Cassidy because all the other runners have isolated that location now. We have Seto doing a fake flipper up to the waterfall cave. And, oh, I missed the first item, but there was bombs in the second item, and Sick Kid has a heart. It was the hammer. Alright. Hammer in waterfall. That is a huge find for Seto. And that is out of Logic. And, alright, I've got a COCOM coming in now to help out. Nielsen Alex has joined us. Oh, there you are. Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How's it going, Idiom?
We've got a lot of unique items so far. If you can just look at the trackers, we got all kinds of stuff. And Seto, Sequence broke a hammer out of the waterfall ferry. We have not found the flippers yet, so that hammer is out of Logic, but Seto does have access to the Dark World now.
Oh, interesting. We got both both rods.
Yeah, we got both rods, both canes, cape, glove, hammer, pearl. Another thing is we also saw on the Lumberjack Ledge the Quake Medallion. So that could be required.
That is interesting.
And here's our Dark World map check. We got green pendant Turtle Rock. We knew that. Regular pendant at Pod, and a 5/6 crystal at Ice Palace. Gamachu checking out the Hobo. I assume he'll also continue on and get his hammer. Namefaker also going to do the same thing. And Seto into Hype Cave. I didn't really see anything. I missed the first couple chests.
It was just
I don't think
blue mail.
Okay. So blue mail, but nothing else very exciting.
We did find a single arrow, so that's one unique item.
Yeah. And Castimone heading towards the uncle, and my guess is they may head into escape after this. So they'll be if they do that, they'll be the first runner there. Of course, they don't really have much in the way of magic, but they could use bombs as well. Seto, meanwhile, heading over to Stumpy and finds the shovel. That is a vanilla shovel, I believe.
Yeah, that is vanilla.
And Cassie not saving quitting, so they will be heading into the front of escape. I would, yeah. Seto, meanwhile, doing the dig game.
Finds the first sword at the digging game.
Very nice. Alright, Cassidy, first chest of escape. Gonna use bomb strats here. Gets it done with 2 bombs. And Seto checking the shovel spot. Finding the bug net. Gamachu now making their way into the Dark World. We'll check Hype Cave and then go from there. And just another red rupee in the front of escape. And what do we got in Zelda's cell? It's the flippers. So that puts our hammer into logic. Now, for these other runners... Sorry?
That's nice to find the flippers inside the castle, at least.
Yeah. Now, the flippers are certainly required since Swamp is a crystal. So the other runners who sequence broke that hammer, they're gonna have to make their way back to escape eventually to get those flippers. So they're gonna have to keep in mind the logic that those flippers cannot be anywhere that's locked by the hammer.
And I guess the other overworld locations in Light World have already been checked.
There's a few remaining. No one's been into Eastern Palace, and Aginas Cave as well. No one's been there yet.
Well, okay, so there was a little bit of places to check for those flippers.
Yeah. Name Fake are also heading into Escape, so they'll get the flippers. Sato, meanwhile, heading into Skull Woods, has a sword and fire rod, so they can complete this dungeon. Not the easiest fight in the world with just fighter sword, but it is doable.
Yeah, Mothula is never a fun boss fight.
And there's the hammer for Cassie Moan, who is the first runner to have Dark World access in Logic. And there's the flippers for Name Fake. So they're pulling off the bomb jump to get the big chest of Schoolwoods. And Gamachu headed into the Dark World as well from the North Portal. And okay, so Gamachu opting to skip Schoolwoods for now and head into the Village of Outcasts, finding the flute.
Well, that's interesting to get in the chess game.
Yeah. No mirror, so we can't activate it right away. But with Meyer being a crystal, that flute is definitely required.
Oh, that's
and
a nice
half
find as
magic.
well.
Everyone
that makes
always,
the Mothula fight easier.
yeah. Seto's gonna wish they had that for this.
Makes also Thieves Down blind very easy as well, since they have the blue cane if they want to use that strat.
Yep. And there's Titansmiths in Thievestown. So that gives us access to a lot of stuff now. We can get to the Meyer area. We can do... Oh no, we can't do much in Death Mountain because we still need either the hookshot or the mirror to get across to the east side. The runners could do Ice Palace if they want. Cassidy Moan gonna check the Pyramid Ledge. Finds a single rupee. And here's Seto on Mothula. Gets a few fire rod shots in and pulls out the hammer now. Yeah, very, very nicely done by Seto.
That's really good execution on Mothula, not the easiest fight.
Yeah, but is our first runner with a crystal. Meanwhile, Casting Moan heading into Pod. This is an interesting play. No bow, so they may be locked out pretty quickly. But if it's not bow locked, well, they also may have a potion.
I think they do have a potion, so they can do that. What is it called? Potion glitch? Bottle glitch?
Alright, so what's in this first chest? It's a small key, so we're not bow locked yet.
It's an interesting play from Cassidy to go into pod.
Yeah, I'm curious why they do this. Not say, I guess without a sword, that makes Thieves Town School is a little less attractive. Seto finding, excuse me, finding the book at Bumper Cave, and we have the cape, so we can get that now.
Well, you see, it's giving out all the items. It looks like.
Yeah. Normally, don't start thinking about go mode 20 minutes in, but there's not that many items remaining. We need a medallion from Isri Meyer, and we need the bow
That's a
and the
good.
hook shot.
That's a good hint in Paddles of Darkness. Sharp thing is in Paradox Cave.
All right. And Gamachu finding the mirror. That's a big find. So that opens up all of Death Mountain.
That puts a lot of items in Village of Outcasts, flute, mitts, and the mirror.
Yeah, so both Kakariko and the Village of Outcasts pretty stacked today.
Very nice blind fight from Gamachu.
Alright, Gamachu has their first crystal now. And wouldn't surprise me if they went straight to Skull Woods to get number 2. There's the flute for Seto.
So right now, what the runners don't want to see is Bombos, right? That is on Lumberjack Cave.
It was Quake.
It was Quake, okay. So Quake is not what they want to see on Mr. Meyer.
There is one other item we need for Gom. Oh, boots. Boots and pod. Alright, that is a huge find for Cassidy Moen. We don't know if the boots are required, but they're very, very nice to have.
That gamble paid off. It's always nice to have boots.
Yeah, with pod being a pendant and Desert Palace also being a pendant, there's a very good chance our other runners won't even find the boots. Cassidy making their way through the dark room, while Namefaker is the first runner to be activating the flute. And Gamachu follows suit. Seto making their way into Thieves Town. Or into the back of Thieves Town, I should say.
And Cassidy Moen, I think he just saving quit in the dark maze.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the tougher dark rooms, especially when you don't have a sword. And Cassidy gonna check bonk rocks. Gonna put those boots to immediate use. Just a big 20 there. Gamachu finding their book at Bumber Ledge. And Castamone gonna head into the Dark World now. Namefaker doing a Smith chain. So these are some new checks.
I think Gamachu already did the Smith chain before he activated his flute.
Oh, okay, never mind. I missed that.
Gamachu is going to go into Skullwoods and finish off his second crystal dungeon.
Yeah. And there's the mirror for Seto. Castamone heading towards the back of Skullwood, but does not have a sword. That sword was at the dig game.
I guess we're going to see hammer strats on Mothula later on.
Well, you need the sword to even get to Mothula.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But they can check. They can check that first chest below the bridge. They're not going to do that though. Just stealing a key. Seto getting off script a little bit, but gets it done. And they'll be the first runner with 2 crystals.
I guess Seto is going to go to my area now to check out what's the medallion required.
Got some nice sync going on with the bottom 2 runners. Seto not going to check Maya just yet. Gonna do Death Mountain. So they'll be the first runner up there.
Well, it makes sense. It's got a lot of chest over here, and also Tower Farah.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Seto was the only runner who skipped the lumberjack check.
The old man on the mountain has Bumbo's medallion, so that's 1 medallion
Yep.
we might need.
And we got synced Mothula fights. And Namefaker getting it done with just a heart and a half left. And Gamachu getting it done shortly after. And so I believe that was a lamp that was spotted on top of Spectacle Rock.
I think it is. So that's
So flute required to, or logically required to get to that lamp.
always nice to find the flute. Not flute, or lamp. I'm confused.
And oh, Gamma giving us our ped check, and it's just 3 bombs. So pedestal dead. Cassie getting Titan's mitts now. No sword for blind, so we'll see how they choose. Probably the easiest method would be the blue cane.
Sela is going to check the ether tablet. See
Yeah.
if there's anything.
And it is a shield, so they won't be back for that. So we see the small key in Hera. And we got our hint that the Book of Medora requires the cape. And red rupee in the second chest, so we gotta go to the basement and have a little coffee break. Cassidy using the blue cane to get through the hellway. Gamachu picking up their lamp.
This is a new play, Graveyard Ledge from Namefaker.
Yeah, we've not seen this yet. Just a piece of heart there. And Namefaker looks like will be our first runner to check out the Mire area, so we will find what medallion we need. If it's Quake, then we have an Aga required seed. And it is Ether. So that is the only medallion we actually don't know where it is.
But it's not Aga required, at least.
Well, and finding a Master Sword in the Mire Shed and a bottle with blue goo, so some very nice items there.
We do know where there's at least 3 swords in the seed.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what the Turtle Rock medallion requirement is before we can officially declare Aga dead. But I imagine with the Titan's mitts, the runners on Death Mountain will be checking it fairly soon.
Cedo just finished off Troll Arm, so he has his third crystal. Using that hammer is always nice to do. While Cassidy Moen is using hammer strats and blue cane strats on blind.
Nicely done. Oh, there's our boots hint. For Gamachu, a unique item is in Palace of Darkness. So I'm assuming Sato also got that hint. So, yeah, that may help them find the boots, which, again, we don't know yet if they're required, but you're not going to pass up a pair of boots. And there's our last sword on Floating Island.
So they will have bought a sword if they decide to pick it up.
Oh no! Gamachu falling down the middle hole. That's going to cost them quite a bit of time.
Spiral Cave got 300 rupees.
And Name Faker making their way up Death Mountain. And Seto over to East Death Mountain. We're going to check Paradox Cave. So we know there's a sword in here, but we'll see what else is in here. Red rupee and some bombs. Name Faker getting the Spectacle Rock Bomb Jump. There's our sword, some bombs, some money, piece of heart, and some bombs. So nothing in there aside from that sword.
Well, that was a pretty empty Paradox Cave.
And Gamachu going to go in through the Turtle Rock entrance, so we're going to see what that medallion is.
Name Faker is picking up his fire shield.
And it is
Ooh.
Quake.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So Aga will be required to get into Turtle Rock. Now it's a pendant, so we may not need that, but there could still be, say, a bow or a hook shot inside there.
And it's also the green pendant.
Yeah. So that's very interesting. I wonder if, do you think any runners will make an early gamble, or is that pretty much going to be a last location for everyone?
I think it's going to be a last location. It feels like they will try to hold it off for as long as possible.
Yeah. Most likely, yeah. Unless, of course, maybe they get a hint for something in Turtle Rock. Gamachu gonna go pick up that sword, as well as Seto.
It looks like Seto is going to do Spy Cave.
And Casti checking out King's Tomb. Just some arrows in there. And Seto heading into Spike Cave. Casti, meanwhile, turning in that purple chest. And finding the mushroom.
Would you fake powder or turn in your mushroom?
Well, Cassidy is turning it in, but they did make sure to save and quit first, so they'll be able to hard reset if this is nothing useful. Yeah, they could have just... Oh, it's red mail, so they're not going to bother with that. Seto, meanwhile, gonna pick up their butter sword here. While Cassidy is still without any sword.
Cassidy's going to pick up his first one now.
Yeah, so
in
we'll have each runner on a different level of sword.
Gavin 2 is also going to do Spy Cave.
And Seto gonna check out Desert Palace, as well as Cassidy mowing. And we got a key on the torch, so his boot's locked.
And a unique item in Dark Village. Thank you, game.
Alright, so Seto unable to do anything else in Desert, but Cassidy will be able to check the remaining chests. There's the big key. And just a piece of art there. And Seto checking out Agina's cave. No one's been in here yet, I think.
And this is the first time I've seen it, at least.
And second item in Desert, just red rupee, so nothing inside there. Cassidy really doesn't want that sword, do we? Do they?
I guess Cassidy thinks this is swordless.
And Seto making their way into Pod. They do have that hint, there's a unique item in Pod, so they will get the boots in here.
That's nice. Always nice to have the boots.
Yep.
And it makes sense, I guess. Since they don't have the flippers either, so they can't go in swamp.
I wonder if they might mirror and check out Eastern. We still have no runners who've gone into Eastern. Cassidy is left without checking the mire shed. That could be a big oversight. I mean, they'll probably find the other swords, but still, this will prevent them from being able to do Skull Woods till they find that sword.
It's very interesting that you're skipping out on Mire Shed when you're already in that area.
Yeah, I mean, that just has to be an oversight.
Looks like Gamachu is also heading into Palace of Darkness.
There's the Bombos medallion for Cassidy. So, in terms of progression, we have the front of Swamp Palace open. There's Ice Palace. And there's Eastern Palace. There may be a few overworld spots that haven't been checked. I don't know if anyone was up to Catfish yet.
I think Cassidy went up there. I'm not sure because he was on that area earlier when he did check Pyramid Ledge.
Instead of going straight for the bottle glitch, thank you to LLWin for a Twitch Prime subscription.
We got 3 runners currently inside of Palace of Darkness. We have Cassidy Mo and inside Tower of Farah. Not going to really see anything new unless there's something in the big key, in the big chest of Pod, which we didn't see earlier from Cassidy. It's going to be interesting to see if there's something left behind in the Dark Maze. So as it looks like right now, we're looking for that bow, the hookshot, and ether medallion. That's all the items we're looking for.
Yeah, so if you missed it earlier, the Quake medallion is required for Turtle Rock, and that Quake medallion is on Lumberjack Cave. So if there's something, Turtle Rock's a pendant, but if it has that bow or hookshot or ether medallion, this would be an Aga required seed.
It's going to be interesting to see if anybody goes for the Aga player, and if it's going to pay off.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to be the first new check we'll see? Maybe Ice Palace?
I think Ice Palace or maybe Swamp Palace will be the... I guess Ice Palace makes more sense in one way, since you can check more items depending on the key locations.
Yeah. Ice Palace can be logically hookshot locked, but you can, if you use bomb jumps, you can always full clear it without the hookshot.
Where would you go, Idiom?
I'd go to Ice Palace. It's, you get 3 items there, plus that's your second 5-6 crystal, so you'll be able to check Pyramid Fairy.
And there's like, what is it, like 2 or 3 hint tiles in Ice Palace?
Yeah, 3. Yeah, so that, the hint tiles also add quite a bit of value to an Ice Palace play. And Cedo heading into the Dark World. Is this a play for the Smith chain? Nope.
It looks like Cassidy is actually going to pick up their first sword here.
Yeah, they'll be happy to find that finally. Gamachu, meanwhile, gonna pick up their butter sword and find out that Meyer is the Ether Medallion.
Did all the runners check out Lumberjack Ledge?
I believe Cedo did not, but I think all the other runners did.
We're gonna get the new check here in Hookshot Cave, and it's a bottle with fairy. Since Cassidy is the only one that had boots. It's kind of interesting that nobody went into Eastern Palace when they already was in Pod.
Yeah. Something like a bow in Eastern would be a huge find for someone. Namefaker also opting to flute away. And Namefaker, okay, heading to the potion shop.
I think Namefaker is going to do the Ice Palace play. Stacking up on some blue potions. Or maybe not.
Or maybe they are, but going from flute 4. I guess they want, okay, they're going to route in Hobo with it. That makes sense.
I guess Cedo is checking for the flippers right now, since he haven't picked it up.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Gamachu right now. Still looking for those flippers.
That's right, yeah, so maybe Ice Palace wouldn't make so much sense for them. Cassidy into Paradox Cave, and that fighter sword is short-lived for them. They're now up to Master. And Namefaker, as you said, is making that Ice Palace play.
I think that's the correct decision to do right now, since you're looking for hook shot as well, so you don't really want to go into Swamp Palace 2 times.
Yeah, that's one of the classic trolls, hookshot in Ice Palace or in Swamp Palace.
I think Gamachu is doing the exact same play with Ice Palace, using that fake flipper. Yep, he's going in.
And Sato heading into escape, so they'll get the flippers in here.
There's Ether Medallion in Ice Palace.
All right, that gets us into Misery Mire. So Gamachu now the only one without the flippers. Well, in a moment when Seto picks them up. A useless hint for the Tower of Hera big key is in its vanilla location. Is Cassidy making the Aga play? Alright, this is a gamble.
This can be huge, and it can also be a real time sink.
Yeah, this is Cassidy must feel very behind right now. Because this is a huge gamble.
I guess since he just picked up his 2 first swords, he feels very much behind, like you said. But I like the gamble.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel behind, this is a great gamble to make because you know that if there's anything in Turtle Rock, that's going to be last locationed.
Looks like Seto is also heading into Ice Palace, so we're going to have 3 runners in the same dungeon. Namefaker is having some issues with the bump jump, nails it this time. A bump jump is not that. It's not that easy to do it.
No. It is pixel perfect, so yeah, getting it on the first try, not always the easiest thing. Oh, Cassidy getting bodied there. So this is the Japanese 1.0 version, which is full of silly glitches, but one of the most annoying is when you fall into a pit, if an enemy is bumping you, you still take damage while you're falling in the pit. Cassidy just getting a joke hint in Ega Tower.
It would be huge if he got a hint about Turtle Rock having a unique item.
Yeah. Shovel can be found on a stump. Yeah, I believe someone has checked the dig spot. I don't think it was anything interesting. Oh, it was the bug net.
And Namefaker makes the other bomb jumping on his pals a really good job.
Yeah. Alright, Cassidy, into the Aga fight. How many blue balls do you think we're going to see today?
I think we're going to see at least 5 blue balls. How many do you think?
I'll be nice, I'll say 2. Well, there's 1. There's 2. There's 3.
That's 4. And 5.
Wow. Not the greatest Aga. Five. You were right.
Okay, Chad, you can burn me if you want to.
Alright, so, I got Gamachu finishing Cold Stare, Namefaker just starting that fight. My guess is they'll probably go straight to Misery Mire with that Ether Medallion.
I would probably do Mire. I would hold off Swamp as long as possible right now.
Yeah. So Cassidy gonna go get that Quake medallion, and I don't see them doing anything other than heading straight to Turtle Rock.
This could be very interesting to see if Turok got anything for us today.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it because we are slowly running out of locations.
It would be very interesting to see if Eastern Palace got Hookshot or Debo.
That's right, no one's been in Eastern, and Namefaker gonna do Pyramid Fairy, while Gamachu heads into Mire, and Cassidy makes their way towards Turtle Rock. So we're gonna see lots of new checks in the next few minutes.
We haven't seen the Bombos tablet either, right?
No, I don't think anyone checked that.
Ooh, there's a Hookshot in Mr. Mire.
Alright, that's big fine for Gamachu. And that's one less item that Cassidy can find in Turtle Rock. So we are just looking for that bow. And that's a bow in Pyramid Fairy.
So Aga was not required.
No, and Cassidy is about to waste a lot of time in Turtle Rock. They're going to full clear, they're going to find nothing. It's really unfortunate for them, but I don't blame them for the gamble. I thought it was a... If you're going to make a gamble, I thought it was a good one to make. It just didn't pay off this time.
Yeah, and I think, as you said as well, Cassidy felt behind, so that's why he went to Aga. So it makes sense doing it. Namefaker heads straight to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, so they'll miss out on go moding Eastern, but it doesn't save too much time usually. But we are in no mode.
So of all the items they've found, the only thing Cassidy can find is probably powder or silver arrows.
Yeah, but not nearly going to be enough to pay off for this time sink. All right, Seto heading into Mire.
And there's our last shield location as well in Turtle Rock.
And Namefaker heading over to the vanilla big key chest. Seto giving us a bird toss. And Gamachu heading into Vitreous. Gonna use Cape Strats here. That makes a lot of sense. No bow and not much health to work with, so it's probably one of the fastest ways to defeat Vitreous anyway.
And that was really fast as well with that butter sword in hand.
Yeah. So the thing for Gamachu is they still don't have those flippers. So they may go route in Pyramid Fairy together with a check of escape, and if they do that, they'll be in go mode.
Yeah. No, I think that will be the play for Gamachu right now.
It looks to be the case, yeah. Of course, if they get that bow from Pyramid Fairy, that may take them away from escape. They may decide to just go straight to Eastern. We'll have to see what they do.
And the longer time they hold off Castle, it's going to sink them down a little bit.
Yeah.
And Name Faker takes down Armor's Knight as well.
Gamachu first gonna do some overworld checks. Gonna check the dig spot.
Name Faker can be the first one to be in go mode.
Yeah, if they head to Mire now, and that's exactly what they're doing. Alright, so Gamachu heading back over, I'm assuming to do Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, this is a Pyramid Fairy check, so hopefully he goes into escape later on as well.
Cassidy now at Laser Bridge, and about, well, they'll fight Trinex probably. Gets a bottle.
Yeah, that's going to be maybe turning in the green pendant as well.
Yeah. Sato taking a death, but has a fairy.
Yeah, and there we go. Name Faker is in go mode.
Alright. 108 go mode, that's pretty good. Anytime you're in go mode, you know, and it's like less than, say, 110, you gotta be feeling pretty good about that. Gamachu is doing the mirror and is heading into escape, so they will be in go mode very shortly after. Cassidy, meanwhile, unfortunately taking on Trinex.
The dude with the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, this is risky. There we go. Only has one left.
I don't know if they have a fairy or not. Oh. I hope they have a fairy. Yes, they do. Okay. And Trinex goes down for Cassidy. just a full heart container. So it gets that green pendant, and I assume we'll go turn it in, and it's
get
going to
very
be
disappointed.
extremely disappointed. Yeah. Meanwhile, Gamachu now in the basement of Escape, and gonna get their flippers here, and that'll be go mode for Gamachu. And Seto.
Go mode both Eastern Palace and Swamp Palace now.
Yeah. Oh, Seto unfortunately going straight for Swamp instead of doing the Pyramid Fairy. We know the bow is at Pyramid Fairy, so depending on if they do left side or not, this could cost them some time.
Gamachu heads straight to Swamp Palace, so Eastern Palace will be the last dungeon for Gamachu.
And Cassidy is gonna get just a blue rupee. So
I wonder what next play will be for Cassidy.
I don't know, but they have to know. They're just
Oh, Cassidy's going back
significantly
in to Palace of Darkness.
gonna go for pedestal, maybe.
Oh, he's going into Eastern Palace.
Alright, there is crystal number 6 for Name Faker. So they just gotta go to Swamp and they can just run straight through to the back. So I'd say at this point, Gamachu still has to go through Eastern Palace. So I'd put Name Faker maybe at about a 3-minute lead over Gamachu, something around there.
Something like that makes... It will be very tight either way, depending on how...
It's certainly close enough that anything could happen.
I guess it's going to come down to Ganon's Tower Big Key later on as well.
Yeah. And Seto's really not that far behind, assuming they skip left side Swamp and do Pyramid Fairy right after.
Looks like Seto's at least taking some shots here, which makes sense since he doesn't know where the bow is.
Yeah.
We have 3 runners with Butter Sword, and Cassidy is still on Master Sword.
Yeah, Cassidy unfortunately skipping, or maybe forgetting about Meyer Shed, which had a sword as well as a bottle with the blue goo.
Looks like Seto is keeping out at least left side right now.
Yeah, so if you're rooting for Seto, you're hoping that they do not go back for that left side.
Seto picks up the powder in Swamp Palace.
Well, it's a nice little safety. Not quite what they're looking for.
Looks like Cassidy is heading to Skullwoods now.
And Gamachu now on crystal number 6, so he's just got to run over to Eastern. Take care of that real quick.
And Name Faker's almost at Argus now.
No, I think this is actually going to be pretty close. Name Faker might be only maybe 1 minute ahead or so. Eastern is a relatively quick dungeon.
Where was the big key in Eastern?
It was not vanilla, so we're not going to have to do that chest.
And then it's going to be very close heading up to Gan's Tower.
And looks like Seto is skipping out left side swamp, but okay, going to check the Bomble's tablet.
Oh, Seto found Silver Arrows. Oh, Silver Arrows is in Swamp Palace.
Oh, that's nice for Seto. I mean,
Gamachu also picked them up, so...
Okay. They don't really care too much about silver since they have the gold sword, but they will speed up the Gan and fight a little bit.
Really good fight of Name Faker.
Yeah.
Oh, Silver Arrows on Argus.
Ah, so you're pretty much forced to have silvers. But with that, that is 7 crystals for Name Faker, and he is going to be on his way to Ganon's Tower right now. So let's open up our guessing game. We got 22 chests in the basement of Ganon's Tower, one of which will have the big key. So throw a number in chat, 1 to 22. Alex, what are you thinking?
Well, like, I'm going to go with the other guesses I've done this week, so I'm going to go with Tile Room again.
Alright, number...
What do you think?
Like me, number 22?
Hopefully 22.
I'll go in the other direction, and I'll guess number 1.
Oh, Name Faker had no arrows at all heading into Ganon's Tower.
That could be a problem. Hopefully they find some arrows in the basement.
Gamachu finished off Armor's Knight, so he's going to head up to Death Mountain as well, so it's really close between them.
Yeah, and Seto is making that Pyramid Fairy plane now, so they will be in go mode in a moment. And yeah, they'll just have to finish off Eastern as well.
Meanwhile, Cassidy just finished off Skullwood, so I think Cassidy's heading to... I think it's the Ice Palace play from Cassidy, which is the correct one since Ether is in there.
This has been a relatively low health seed. Normally you have a bit more than 11 hearts heading into GT.
I feel like since last update, it feels like it's been paying out less health lately.
Maybe. Alright, Name Faker is into GT at 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 50 seconds. Gamachu is not far behind. First chest is a big 20. Number 2 is the map.
Seto is in go mode heading into Eastern Palace. Ooh, Cassidy mirrors out from Ice Palace.
Ooh, interesting. I guess it doesn't have the hook shot. Number 3, the torch, had 10 arrows, which Name Faker is gladly going to grab. Number 4 and 5, we got 6, 7, so 3 small keys in the Stealthful Shrimp.
It's around 1 minute 5 seconds between Gamachu and Name Faker.
Looks like Gamachu's can take the same route, so Won't be able to catch up that way. Chest number 8, big 20.
I will probably come down to who has the better gauntlet in GT later on.
Yeah. Alright, chest number 9. Hey, some more arrows for Name Faker. Alright, and next is the rando room. That'll be chests 10 through 13. And just a bunch of junk in there. Seto, meanwhile, taking out the Armos Knights pretty quickly. And that is crystal number 7 for them. Alright, here is Bob's chest number 14, I believe. And Armos Knights. $15, $16, $17, some junk and a small key. So we're going to the right side. Yeah, Cedo could really catch up here if they do Dark Magician route, which is where you go left, do the first room there, and then go right.
Would be very interesting to see if somebody would pull off Tile Room first.
For MA Bow is that Pyramid Fairy. So Cassie unfortunately went into Ice Palace, got the Ether Medallion from the first chest, and then noped out. But yeah, if anyone's wondering why is Cassie so far behind, we had a Quake Medallion. Oh, just a sec. 18, 19, 20, 21 is our winner. Let's see, did anyone guess number 21? No. We had some people guessed 20 and 22, but no 21. But back to what I was saying, the Quake Medallion was on Lumberjack Ledge, which is the entry for Turtle Rock, and Cassidy decided to gamble on that having something. So did Aga, and then cleared out Turtle Rock, turned in the green pendant, and unfortunately got absolutely nothing out of that. But honestly, I didn't think it was that bad a gamble. It just didn't pay off this time. Alright, so Name Faker heading up towards the Gauntlet. Gamachu just a couple rooms behind. This is going to be very, very close.
It's going to come down to execution going up.
And Seto not doing Dark Magician, so they are not going to be able to save any time here. Name Faker taking out Landmo. Gamachu in the gauntlet. Seto still hunting for that big key.
Gamachu using either.
Not a bad strat, I guess.
If you hadn't half magic, you can always use it. Hammer strats from Cassidy on Vitreous.
Yeah. Little do they know that Tempered Sword is sitting right outside. Ooh, Seto accidentally lifting the second pot, so it's gonna have to go for a bomb jump here. I've done that plenty of times.
It's very easy to pick it up by accident.
Yeah. And Name Faker now making his way to Moldorm 2. And Gamachu into the torch room.
Quick and easy kill on Trolldom 2.
Gonna open that last chest, just gets $5.
Nice spawn from Gamachu.
Alright, gets one down on Aga 2. There's 2 hits. Ooh, Gamachu taking a fall on Moldorm 2. That's Aga 2 down for Name Faker, so he's off to fight Ganon.
Yeah, that fall from Gamachu might be the difference now.
Yeah. So unless Name Faker has some serious problems on Ganon, it's his race to lose. Well, we got Butter Sword and we got Silvers, so this fight should not be difficult.
We got all the safeties as well. Cape as well, half magic. I think they do have a potion as well.
Oh, takes a death. Do they have a fairy? No.
They do not. This could be the opening for Gamachu.
Yeah. So, Name Faker's still slightly ahead, but this is very, very close now.
I guess that's the commentator's curse.
Yeah. Alright, Gamachu making his way to Ganon now.
Oof.
Name Faker making it to phase 3, but on 4 hearts.
Looks like Cassidy still holding off Ice Palace.
Yeah. And alright, there's one silver arrow. Oh, almost a double. That's 3. One more silver arrow. and just has to cross a bridge as Gamachu takes a death. And no fairy for Gamachu. Alright, get your GGs in chat for Namefaker89, who is our winner on the restream and comes in second place overall in the race with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 57 seconds. The winner... Yeah, GG's for sure. The winner was Nitorific, who finished with 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 8 seconds.
Getting a good seed.
Yeah, this was not a bad seed at all. We'll see if Namefaker wants to join us for an interview. Meanwhile, Gamachu on his round 2 of Ganon.
Looks like he has a little bit easier this time with Ganon. Ooh. Shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, he does have a blue potion. And there's Ganon down for Gamachu. Namefaker is going to decline an interview for today, but GG's to them.
And GG's to Gamachu.
And GG's to Gamachu, who finishes in third place overall, second on the restream with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 32 seconds.
Seda is heading into Aga 2 right now.
Yeah. And Cassidy, meanwhile, collecting crystal number 5. They've got to go back to Ice Palace to finish that off because the bow is at the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, it looks like Cassidy is not going left side.
Alright, Seto now on Ganon. Alright. So, we'll try to get Gamma in.
And Cedar is also very low on health against Ganon. Ganon is in a very bad mood today.
Yeah. Cassidy finally doing the dig game. Gonna get a sword here.
And there's another death at Ganon, unfortunately. But Cedar actually does have a fairy.
And Cito now on phase 4.
And Cito has
And
taken
gets the
down.
vote there.
Yeah. Get your GGs in chat for Cito.
Alright, so Cito has finished in 6th place overall with an official SRL time of 1 hour 36 minutes and 19 seconds. Our other finishers were Shire in 4th, Mike Ann in 5th, and then in 7th place we had Coreed, and looks like Cassidy has unfortunately decided to forfeit. Can't blame them after making a big gamble. It doesn't pay off.
No, I can't blame him at all. It didn't turn out as he wanted to.
All right. So while we try to figure out, I think we're having a bit of technical difficulties with getting runners in for an interview here. But yeah, I'm not able to get them in right now. But okay, Cassidy said they've declined an interview. All right, and then okay, we had another finisher, Ravis 10, finishing in 8th place with a time of 1:38.48. All right, well, I'm not sure why we can't seem to get those invites sent to the runners. But while we're trying to sort that out, let's just have a look at the schedule of what's coming up. There's no league matches today. There is another daily race tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. That'll be standard on Speed Gaming 5. And then on, what else do we got on Speed Gaming? Okay, there's also over on the main Speed Gaming channel, there's a spoiler log race, Hydropower versus Pink Kitty Rose. That might still be going, I don't know. Later on, there's Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament at 6 p.m. Eastern. We got a couple more spoiler log races at 8 p.m. Eastern. And there's a bunch of stuff later. But yeah, check out that schedule if you want to see what else is coming up. But yeah, meanwhile, I think we're having there's some issue with trying to get the runners in here, so I don't think we're going to be able to do interviews today.
That's always unfortunate.
Yeah. So sorry about that, folks, but I guess we'll might as well just wrap things up here.
Looks like we got Cito in here right now.
Oh, Cito, hey, GG's.
GG's, Cito.
We can't hear you. Is your mic muted?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. GG's.
Ah, okay. Brand new
GG's.
microphone. First time I've used it. I didn't realize it was off.
Yeah, we weren't sure if anyone was going to come in. I thought the maybe the invites weren't sending, but anyway, how'd you feel about that seed?
It was all right. It wasn't too terrible. It was wondering where in Spear Zero those flippers were sitting. It took me a minute to find those, but when I
Yeah.
found that hammer and waterfall, I knew.
Yeah, I think you were by far the first one to find the hammer.
Yeah, well, I had Pearl, I had plenty of money. I figured Zora area. Even if there's nothing immediately helpful, it usually gives you some sort of information.
Yeah. Did you ever check the lumberjack ledge?
No, I did not. What was sitting up there?
The Quake medallion. And I don't know if you ever checked Turtle Rock, but that's the medallion that was required for Turtle Rock.
I did check Turtle Rock, and I spent the good last 30 minutes of that run thinking to myself, especially before I found the bow, no Quake, please. No Quake, please.
Yeah. So for 3 of our restreamed runners, you all finished fairly close, like within 5-6 minutes of each other. You all kind of did similar things, not quite in the same order, but mostly the same things. But one of our runners, Cassidy Moen, decided to take a gamble and go do Aga and clear out Turtle Rock. And honestly, I mean, there wasn't a ton of locations at the time, and I thought it was a decent gamble at the time. Unfortunately, it just did not pay off for them. So they were very, very far behind after that.
Well, to be fair, if I had found that Quake medallion, I might have dipped TR. I'm glad I actually did not go up and look at Lumberjack for a change. I usually do it when I find the boots, but it just wasn't on my mind today, so
yeah,
I'm glad I did.
So overall, though, it's a pretty interesting seed. Not quite a jet seed, I guess, but definitely on the faster end.
Yeah, especially if you look at that sword growth.
Yeah.
I think I went from fighter sword to butter sword in a matter of like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it seemed like that. They were just the swords were just flying at us. Well,
otherwise,
sorry?
Seed. I was gonna say otherwise decent seed.
Yeah, no.
To the others on restream.
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace because I've been getting a lot of trolley seeds lately, so this one was not bad. But anyway, did you have any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
Nothing in particular. Just once again, thank you, commentators and trackers, for stepping out of the race and volunteering for duty today. Thank you guys. Without you all, I wouldn't have a chance to race.
Yeah, and thank you for putting on the show. Make sure to give our runners a follow: Cassidy Moen, Seto 10987, Namefaker89, and Gamma Chu. Our trackers today were Link40 and Red Aramir. So thanks to you guys for helping us run the stream smoothly. And for commentary, I've been Edium, and my co-com was Nielsen Alex 92. So I'll let you have the last word, Alex.
Oh, it was a good seed. It was really fun to commentate with you, Edium, and GG's to all the runners in the daily race. GG to all of our trackers, and Cito, GG to SVU as well. It's real fun to see you go through this seed. So GG.
Yeah, have a good day, everyone.